Right, in this video here, we're going to be talking about logical operators. And this is where we're going to be combining two or more conditional operators in order to provide some conditional logic, right? So we're doing a lot of things here all in one type of setting. But let's go ahead and dig into Visual Studio Code. We are in the Python folder. Inside there we have lessons. Inside lessons we have logicaloperators.py. Now, logical operators, they're used to combine different two or more conditional statements that would result in something being true or something being false. And the ways that we can combine these is utilizing AND statements as well as OR statements. And so a way that I'm going to be demonstrating this to you, again, just let's say we are in a make-believe country and part of their tax system here is in order to get a tax credit, you need to have a child. And the next option on here is that child has to be greater than 18, has to be above 18. And so we can go ahead and apply some of this to variables and then have our conditional logic evaluate it. So let's go ahead and have something that says has children, and we're going to set that equal to true. So this person has children. Now we need to make sure that they have children that are less than 18 years of old. And so I'm just going to create a variable here that is under 18, and we're going to set that to false. So the children are all grown up and they do not get to have a tax credit based upon these two options. So for that, we're going to say if, and then we're going to say has children. So if has children is true and is under 18, we're going to go ahead and print you are eligible for a tax credit, all right? And then we can say otherwise you are not eligible for the tax credit. So if we go ahead and save this and then we run it, it says you are not eligible for a tax credit. Now let's go ahead and run through this logically. Has children is true. So this part here is true. Then we can come down here and look at it. Is 18, is that true or false? Well, it's false. So both of these conditions have to be true in order for this to happen. Maybe another way for you to look at this would be if I were to put two equal signs here and I were to put true and the same thing here, and this would equate to the exact same thing if we were to run this. But by cutting down some of the code, we can totally remove the equals true on both sides because that's what we're evaluating, right? If we were to print has children, we would see it's true. So anyways, either way is fine, but as you get progressive in your coding, you're going to typically refactor this to simply do this. All right, let's do another one where it's OR. We're going to utilize the OR operator. And for this to work, we're going to say, hey, you know what? In order to get a discount, you either have to be a student or you have to be a senior citizen. So we're going to say, is student equals true? That is true, right? Or the senior citizen, is it true? Okay, so we're going to do both of them here. And let's go ahead and make our if statements. So we're going to say if student or is senior citizen, then we're going to go ahead and print you are eligible for a discount. Else, you are not eligible for a discount. All right, so somebody's coming through my lane here. And this senior citizen happens to be a student as well, but it really doesn't matter because they match one of the cases. So I'm going to go ahead and save it, run it. You are eligible for a discount. If I say, hey, this senior citizen that came through my lane, you're not a student, but you are a senior citizen, let's go ahead and run that. And again, it doesn't change. If both of these are false, we save it. Now we can go ahead and run it. And it says that you are not eligible for a discount. So these are the cases that we're going to try to instill in you when we're utilizing conditional logic, and we have multiple things that we care about to determine what path do we want to take. It's very similar to things in life, meaning that if you see a light turn yellow, you're running in your mind a lot of things such as, should I stop or should I slow down? Should I keep on going, right? Those are the things that are going through your mind, but based upon the conditional environments, you make a different decision. So, hey, are there any cops around, right? That might factor into the decision making. Oh, if there's a cop, I'm definitely stopping at this yellow light, right? Or, hey, I don't see any cars going left and right, I'm going to keep on going, right? So there's multiple conditions that you might want to think about, right? Hey, there's nobody around, but I see a cop. Cop's always going to overrule you, and you're probably going to stop. So these are the things that we're trying to start to get you to think about when we're talking about conditionals, and then utilizing these logical operators with the and or statements. So use what you learned here in this video and apply it to our next challenge. All right?